If you're in a long-term relationship with an avoidant man, this video is going to help you to better understand their behavior, understand how you can meet your own needs so that this doesn't cause additional issues in your relationship. I wish I watched a video like this when I first got into my relationship with my partner. It might have saved us a lot of arguments that led nowhere. We could have avoided feeling hurt, misunderstood, and living through turmoil in the relationship. But if you want to give it your all, this video is going to help you. And the stuff that we're going to talk about right now is going to give you all the tools that you need to do everything from your side that is possible in order to make that relationship work. If you follow through with everything and it still doesn't work out, at least you can know that you tried it all. You gave it your best shot and it just didn't go the way it was supposed to. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to let me know by hitting the thumbs up button. And if you want more videos like this on my channel, please subscribe. We're going to talk about understanding your avoidant partner first, and then we're going to talk about something that you can implement right now in order to get you to that clean slate that you want. If you feel a lot of love for your partner and you actually want to be in a relationship with them, you need to accept the fact that they are not evil and everything that they're doing isn't with some kind of malicious intent to hurt you. It is just their natural way of reacting when things are uncomfortable and situations are hard. They grew up dealing with conflict in the way that they are showing up now in the relationship. And I understand that this can be really hurtful and unuseful, and you're just thinking to yourself, how do they not understand that avoiding this conversation is not going to make it go away? Why don't they get it? Why can't they be more like me? And I think just realizing that your partner is different and had a different life experience is going to be the remedy to this issue. If you actually feel like your partner just hates you, I actually have a video linked down below that you can watch, and these are signs that your avoidant partner just doesn't like you, and maybe this is the time when you just need to move on from that relationship. So while you're maybe used to being sensitive in conversations that you know are heavy, when you are used to maybe being over caring to your partner, when you feel like something just isn't right in that relationship, your partner does the opposite. They close off, they isolate, they flee the situation, and they just don't want to talk about it. If you're going to hold this against them and just hate them for it because they're not like you, honestly, it might be that you guys just aren't compatible. And to be honest with you, in the beginning of our relationship, things were like that. I didn't understand what was going on, and I doubted the fact that I married the right person for myself. So if you're going to try to make it work with this person, you have to accept the fact that you deal with conflicts differently, and this is okay. In fact, this is the perfect room for both of you to grow as individuals and in the relationship. Here's my game plan for you. You first need to become aware of the triggers, like when you guys have a conflict, when you feel the most disconnected from your partner, what are the circumstances that surround that? What happens and what leads up to you feeling that way? You also should pay attention to the thoughts that you are thinking and accepting and agreeing with, like for example, jumping to conclusions like, oh, he doesn't love me because he's doing this. This is the stuff that you need to work through. This is the stuff that you need to undo in your own understanding. Like, their behavior does not mean that they don't love you. Their actions don't mean that they don't care. So you need to have grace and understand that this is a working progress, and honestly, no relationship comes without issues. Every single relationship on the planet has its own complications and little stressors that the couple needs to overcome in order to make things better. And in every couple, there has to be one person that does more work. I didn't say it was fair. I didn't say that that's the way that it should be and you should do more work. No, but if you want things to change, the best way to do that is not just cross your arms and wait for him to do something. The best way to change things is to have grace for yourself and work on the things that are uncomfortable. Your next step is to pull your emotions and energy away from pouring it into him and pour it into yourself. Like if he is running away when things are tough and you feel like you're abandoned, you have this problem to deal with on your own, you need to comfort yourself. In psychology, there's a reference to an inner child and you being like the adult to yourself. This is kind of what you need to do. You need to like have self-soothing thoughts and actually feel your emotions and let them go. And when your partner feels cold and distant, you need to self-soothe and you need to be able to be there for yourself. And it's really important that while you're doing this, you aren't harboring resentment towards him. Like, for example, oh, I'm going to do this for myself because he can't, or he doesn't care. That's not what we're doing here. You guys are both coming into this relationship with your own past experiences. And for him, the best way to deal with them would be to run away or wait for things to blow over, self-isolate basically. If you want things to change, it is your job in that relationship to be able to give yourself the things that your partner isn't able to in that moment, and also create a safe space for them to do their thing and come back to you on their own accord. Once they do the thing they do best, which is avoid the situation, they come back to the relationship and it's awkward. Your job is to lighten the mood and express to your partner how you felt in that moment when they left you and what you would like to do instead. When you do this, don't try to blame them, because the moment that you do, they don't hear anything that you say automatically. Your job is to get that turtle out of their shell so that you could have a nice, peaceful conversation. Showing love and compassion is going to be key in order to make this relationship work, and that includes to yourself and for them. So while you're doing all of this work in the relationship, make sure that your energy and your time goes into growing the parts of you that you wish somebody would do for you. And this is going to actually benefit you more than anything, because you're going to become a wholesome person. You are going to become the stability that you seek in other people. So in actuality, this person might be your perfect match because they keep triggering those things that you need to work on in yourself. The more that you teach your avoidant partner what it is that you want from them, sooner or later they will come around, as long as there's love in that relationship. Your relationship can become the most rewarding thing, and you'll be so happy that you stuck around. And in worst case scenario, if your relationship doesn't work out, you already have all the tools to create the atmosphere around you to experience this life more colorfully, instead of constantly being stuck in your fear and in your thoughts, in your head, all this anxiousness that causes you to miss out on all of the beautiful experiences of life. I'm in the process of creating a 30-day mini program that is going to help you every single day just kind of reset your mind and redirect your energy into yourself. If you feel this would benefit you, the link is down below. I'm so excited to see you there. I know it will make a difference. Now let's talk about the practice. This thing that we're about to do with you is so valuable. If I really wanted to, I could charge money for this in a coaching program, and I'm sure other coaches do. I want this video to be as helpful to you as possible, so we're going to do this together. I promise you, if you do this, this is going to have a therapeutic effect, so take it seriously. You can do this one of two ways. Number one, you could write out a letter, or number two, you could find a time when it's peaceful and quiet and you have time to just focus on this one thing, and you're going to have an internal dialogue in your head. What you're going to do is, whether you're writing it out or whether you're doing this when it's quiet, you're going to think about all the negative things, all the negative emotions and feelings you've had towards your partner in this relationship. Write out all the scenarios where you felt like you were abandoned, where you felt like you were misunderstood, where you were really hurt by your partner, and express your emotions as vividly as you possibly can. If you're writing it out, then you're writing this letter to them. So you're going to say things like, I felt really hurt because of this situation. You left me. I felt this and that. And if you're having this conversation in your head at a peaceful time, you let them know just like you would in the letter, but you're going to just be thinking through this. Once you tell them everything that you've been holding back, everything that has piled up, you're going to intentionally say that you forgive them. I forgive you for all of this. And the reason why you're doing that is because you don't want to carry all that baggage with you into the next phase of your relationship, which starts today. Really try to mean that you forgive them when you say it or when you write it. If you need to write it out a few times to actually feel it completely, do that. And then I want you to write out that you choose to release all of this. You no longer want to keep it inside of you. What you just did with this exercise is extremely helpful. This is going to help you kickstart your relationship because you're letting go of everything that was holding you away from your partner, all the built up feelings and the resentment, the hurt that was preventing you guys from connecting and showing up as the person that you meant to be when you first started that relationship. If you do this exercise, I am really intrigued to know what your thoughts are. Please leave them down below in the comments. I will read through all of them. I want to wish you all of the love and everything that you desire for your relationship and for your future. Thank you so much for watching.